So it's time to see if I can get this engine started. So the engine came to me as a bit of an unknown. I was told by the previous owner that it was fine and it had run and it had been reconditioned not that long ago, but I've got no real evidence of that, so I just have to hope that he was telling the truth. It turns over by hand, by the hand crank, so I know that it's not seized, but I've got no idea what kind of condition it's in. So when it came to me, it was looking a little bit worse for wear, so I ended up stripping everything off the engine. So I've had absolutely all of the ancillaries off, and I've given it a rust proofing and a coat of paint. It's looking a bit shabby at the moment because it's stood over winter, but it will clean up again. I've already put a new filter in there. I've had all this off and changed the gaskets on here. This old distributor is a 25D. I've got no idea how good this is, but I tend to get this sent away and refurbished, but that's quite an expensive job to do. So for now, I've just bought a cheap Simon BBC distributor to put in there, so I know at least that one will work, and eventually I'll get it swapped out for a reconditioned standard Lucas unit. On this side, I took all the manifolds off and put a new manifold gasket from HNC Engineering in. I put new nuts and bolts on there as well. I took the starter motor off and repainted that. I've connected new earth straps on here as well. The alternator was already in when I got it, so I'm not sure how good that is. The carburetor on here is a cheap Chinese one. Thankfully I do have proper Zenith, and I've had that sent away and fully reconditioned, so that's ready to go back on too. So I'll be putting that on with new gaskets. We've got fuel lines to connect up. I won't be connecting the accelerator pedal up because, as you can see on the bulkhead, I don't have that back on yet, so I'll just be able to do that from here, but I will put the choke cable in. I've got fresh oil to put in it. And then once that's done, it's a case of putting new spark plug leads. I've got a brand new coil to put on. I've got a brand new solenoid to replace this old one, so we'll get all that wired up. There is no wiring harness in here, so I'm going to have to just fashion myself some kind of temporary harness just to get the engine running. And when I do that, I'm not even going to have the alternator connected. So this first setup is just to make sure that the timing's right and it's just running. Once I know that it's running, I can start putting the radiator back on and getting the water system working properly and just basically putting it back together. So my plan is to do this over a few weeks and over a few videos. I don't want to do one video of the whole thing because it'll be way too long and way too boring. So what I'm going to do is I'll do each individual part, putting the carburetor on, doing the wiring, putting the new distributor in and setting the timing. I'll make all separate videos for that until we get it all back together, and we'll do a final video where we try to start it. So if you want to see how it goes and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button to follow the progress of the engine. And obviously I'm hoping that I might actually get the vehicle moving this year too. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video shortly.